If you've ever sewn swimwear, you know that getting these stretchy edges neat and clean can be tricky, and that's where binding comes in. In this video, I'm going to show you how to sew binding in swimwear and activewear so that it looks professional, stays in place, and feels comfortable to wear. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sewing for a Living. This video is part of my How to Sew Swimwear series, so if you're just getting started, make sure to go back and watch my ultimate guide to sewing swimwear and how to sew elastic in swimwear videos. They will give you a solid foundation and confidence to start your next swimwear project. Let's dive in. Here is the first example I've prepared. The binding on this suit is attached all around the neckline and over many layers, the main fabric, the lining, and a double ruffle. This is a lot of fabric, and if you go and hem it only over the elastic, as I did on the armholes and leg holes here, it might get messy and bulky. And since we aim for clean finishes and we don't want our swimsuit to look homemade, I used a binding here. This is the one I'm going to use as the main example, as it has a bit more complexity. The techniques and steps are pretty much the same for every binded swimsuit, but here we have a strap on one shoulder, which I also want to demonstrate. And I will go briefly over the third example where I'm going to show a more complicated neckline. Here you can see that I've also used fold over elastic to hem the top, but I am making a separate video on fold over elastic because who wants an hour-long video? I've prepared the neckline for the binding here. This one has a ruffle attached around the neckline. You may also have a lining layer here. It's important to have all the layers of the neckline based stitched together so that everything stays in place and you don't go crazy by trying to fold the binding over many layers of messy fabric. I've prepared my binding straps and elastic according to the measurements provided in the pattern. I've also sewn the short side of the binding to form a circle. I've overlapped the edges of the elastic, so now my elastic and my binding match in length and are both finished as loops. Here are the straps and the elastic for the straps as well. Always put elastic in your swimsuit straps. And the length of the elastic matches the length of the binding. The binding is already a bit shorter than the neckline circumference, and the pattern includes negative ease. By the way, if you want to learn about ease, there is a post on my blog that explains ease. And if you're interested to explore ease further, I'll link it here as well. Bonus here is that when the elastic matches the binding, it's easier to attach it as you don't have to stretch the elastic as you go. For the binding here, I'm minding the pattern because there is a direction of the cherries and I don't want to put them upside down. A minor detail, I know, but the perfectionist in me can't really help it. There usually are elastic measurement tables included in the patterns as well. My bindings and straps are 4 times the width of the elastic. This way the elastic gets cozy and snug in the binding and requires no trimming afterwards, which I find more professionally looking and clean for a binding finish. I pin it to one edge of the strap, then head over to the sewing machine and sew the elastic in place. I see that I have skipped stitches. That's because I'm too lazy to change my needle when I need to. Always use fresh needles for lycra fabrics and by all means stretch or ballpoint needles. This will save you a lot of headaches. You can learn more about sewing needles on my blog, which I'll link to here. It is a basting stitch, so I'm not minding the skips here, yet I will change my needle before I continue. To finish the strap, fold the elastic once towards the middle and then fold the other edge towards the middle as well to tuck the elastic in nicely. Unlike woven garment bindings, the lycra is not going to hold a crisp, so there is no use to steam press. And to fix in place, you may use pins or even better, wonder clips. I prefer to fold and adjust as I go. And here is my finished strap. Here is the binding with the elastic attached. The next step is to sew the binding to the neckline. I put the lining and the neckline's edges aligned, face sides of the fabric together, and start pinning. I also like to match the binding seam with the side seam. Here it is, nicely pinned, and what's left to do is to make the seam. Here's how our project looks at this point. To finish the binding and make it look pretty on the inside as well as the outside, we have to turn the seam allowance up towards the elastic, then fold the elastic in once and over the seam allowance once again. Now pin, or even better, use wonder clips to fix everything in place, as swimwear fabric is often delicate and doesn't tolerate pins well, especially in so many layers. If you've been here a while, you know that I like to skip pins and clips whenever I can, and I adjust as I go. However, my recommendation, if you are more of a beginner with stretchy lycras, keep the clips. They will help more than stand in the way. Now let's top stitch on the face side with a zigzag seam that tolerates the stretching of the fabric. And as always, lock the stitch at the end. And here is our beautiful binding finish, inside and out. Lastly, I'm going to fix the strap in place and finish the other holes on the top with elastic only or with fold over elastic. Before we go, I want to show you one a bit more complicated example, not because the steps are different or something like that, only because the design comes with a gather attached to the binding itself and there are free ends that don't go over the neckline. Just making sure that we are becoming pros here and no complications are going to bother us. So here is my binding. I already have the gather attached to the free end. On the other side, I'm going to attach the elastic, which again is 3/8 of an inch wide or 1 centimeter wide elastic, going all around as in the previous example. By the way, you can use the serger to attach the elastic. The seams of the serger are much more durable. Just make sure you don't cut through the elastic, or even better, turn the serger knife off. And I will do the straps exactly the same. Next, I attach the free end of the binding, face sides together, distribute evenly outside the front and back necklines, and use the wonder clips to fix for the seams. The seams are done, and now I am folding the elastic in once and then once again over the seam allowance, just like in the previous example, and wonder clip again. And then I continue to do so all around the free end of the off-shoulder binding. Then the back neckline, and the rest of the circumference. I've top stitched over the binding and look how pretty it looks. I'm attaching the straps and this beauty is ready to make my little one stylish and happy. And if you want to make your princess one of these swimsuits that I show here, head on to my website. My children's patterns come in extensive sizing from 18 months to 14 years, so they can grow with your kids. On top of that, with each pattern, you will find complete illustrated step-by-step instructions, so even if you are a complete beginner, you are in good hands. I got you step by step. You'll find them all plus many more. Okay, bye!